Oh my goodness.
You're lucky that thing didn't bite you.
Hello, everyone. Hey, Charlie, what's up, buddy? Sorry we're a couple minutes late. I've had one hell of a 20 minutes. Oh my gosh. All right, is that loading up there yet?
I'm trying. It just came on.
Okay. We are slowly calming down. Yeah, our matey. I was teaching Owen how to play darts and he missed. Not really, but that's the story I'm going with. It's about something much more nerdy. Like, I'm just getting old, and yeah, I sassed her.
He sassed me.
Something fell in my eye Wednesday night, and the doc, teledoc was like, look, teledoc wants us to send you to, I'm going to end up taking this thing off, to an actual doctor, but all they're going to do is rinse it out and tell you to wear an eye patch. So do that, and if it doesn't heal in a couple days, then go to the eye doctor. So we're on day, what, 3? Day 3 of this. So I think tomorrow I'll be calling the doctor. Looks like someone's been watching Thor lately. I wish I looked like Thor, all ripped and whatnot. But no, we oh man, my heart rate's just now calming down. So I left like 20 minutes, not left. Like I went outside like 20 minutes before 6 to get my tripod because we use it to film the soccer games. And then I was going to set up the lighting and stuff. And as I step out of the house, I feel a crunch under my foot and something wiggle. And I look down and there was a snake. Thor's daddy. I'll go with that. There was a snake probably 3 foot long, wiggling to get out under the crushing weight of me. And I squealed like the 12-year-old little girl and jumped up in the air, and I thought it came in the house. So we panicked. I was looking everywhere in the house. We couldn't find it outside. So while I was tearing apart the bedroom to see if it went around the corner and into the bedroom, Hannah went out to see if it could. Gene would have had a heart. I almost did. I used to make the joke that all snakes are deadly because they're all going to give me a heart attack.
He cringes when he drives over one in the car.
Oh, it's like I feel it like in my soul, like go up my spine, like just ugh. I don't do snakes. But she went around the side of the house looking in the bushes and stuff and saw that it was in our coop. Well, I thought it could have been a coach whip, but I've always seen the coach whip with the dark at the tail, not at the head.
Yeah.
Or at least that's what I remember. And so I immediately got on the FaceTime with my best friend's wife because I thought my best friend would have been asleep. And so I emailed D, or I FaceTimed D, and I was like, hey, I need your help. They have like 4 snakes. They're one of those kind of weird people. But I need your help. We have a snake trapped. I need to know if it's friend or foe.
Trapped. It got itself stuck.
Oh, okay. Hey, Denise. Does this work? Woohoo! It does work. All right. I'm trying StreamYard on the mobile tonight for the first time.
Your computer sucks.
What?
Your computer sucks.
It does. I need a new one.
She won't go on a cruise because a shark will kill her, and she doesn't want to move to the country because snake will kill her. She called you rude.
Who said I was rude?
You, Denise.
Oh, because she's one of those weird people. But you're good people. I said that on your post the other day. I said, yeah, they're the weird people that keep snakes, but they're good. But anyway, so Aaron was awake, so he looked at it. He goes, yeah, it's a coach whip. It's a friend, but it is they're mean. And I knew they were mean, but
that one was pissed.
He was stuck because we had the little 1/2 by 1/2 hardware cloth. And so, or that was maybe smaller. I don't know, 1/4 by 1/4? No,
maybe a quarter. It's not half. It's not half because I think he would have fit through the half.
Oh. So he was stuck in there, and 10 years ago, 2 years ago, I would have shot it and let the chickens have their way. But I have grown. I was playing with a black racer with the little old person gopher grabber things. I was playing with a black racer out in the yard with Owen. I can look at them. I watch all of Aaron and Denise's videos and pictures, and they got some cool looking snakes. I just don't want to touch them. And I'm weird.
You were even oddly okay when they got the snake out and let Owen touch.
I just don't bring it to me. But I'm weird because the smaller the snake, the more issue I have with it. The bigger it is, less issue. Like pythons don't bother me at all. I mean, obviously, I don't want to be holding one, but this is trippy because I can't see your reactions out of here.
You can see it on there.
Viewing this, but it's reversed. Anyway,
so Shaky says Pirate House.
Oh, what's up, Shaky? How's it going, bud?
That's
so
the first time we've seen one of them around here. We usually only get the black racers.
Black racers.
And the 5 years we've been here.
Yeah. We have seen a pygmy rattler here before we were even together. Crystal, my brother's cat, was fighting it away from him. And then there was a green snake. But this just shows you how much I have grown. Because aside from actually buying special bullets for my 9mm snakes, right before we got married, or maybe I may have still been in high school. I don't remember. There was a snake that was out in the yard. Super bright green snake. I don't know what kind it was. I freaked out. I called Aaron. Aaron wasn't home. His dad was. So his dad came over. He thought, like, the way I described it, he thought it was going to be this gargantuan, like, crazy poisonous snake. And now we're going to flip that around. Anyway, we'll figure this out. It's a learning curve. He came over here and he started laughing. He picks it up and he goes, "I'll take it home for Aaron to play with," and then we go away. And another
5 years, he may grow to have one as a pet.
Nope, not ever gonna get there. I understand their beneficialness now, and so I'm okay with them being here. If it's a rattler or a poisonous one, I'm gonna deal with it.
What special bullets do you have? Charlie asked.
Yeah. I'll get it. I'll go.
Well, where are they?
They are most likely going to be in the safe, so you might need to get the thing. If not, I may have one on the rifle rest in the cabinet. She'll go get them, but I understand how beneficial they are. So as long as they're not poisonous, I'm going to let them go, and not messing with the chickens. But when I see them like that, like the most terrifying thing in the world to me is the guy at these demonstrations that dumps it out of a pillowcase, and you see them, they're all like tangled together, they're feathering it. Oh gosh, I felt that go up my spine there just thinking about it. Like it's too much for me. But I can't handle this. If it starts hurting, I'll put it back on. But I can't do it.
Are they out?
Silver casing, blue plastic, clear tip. Hello, Miss Carolyn. You just missed a entertaining story. I almost had my heart fall out of my body right before we came on. We were running a little late because a snake decided to go underneath my foot as I was walking outside, and then we didn't know if it was in the house. Oh.
You have a broken one.
I don't know. Here, you come in or look. If Owen wants one as a pet and said, "Pretty please," would you get him one, or tell him to come live? He can come live with y'all.
You got a busted one.
Oh, okay. This
It still works. Well, it doesn't work anymore.
So, yeah, no, he's never gonna get a snake here. He nope, I don't think so. I cabin the black racers outside that I can see them. Coach whips they can be kind of invasive, and so not that they're like super area. I just mean we had one out at camp that he would like challenge the lawnmower. Never would go underneath it. Owen, mommy is talking to you. But anyway, so here they're made by CCI. This is for the 9mm, and this one's broken. So basically, it's almost a blank at this point. It fell on the ground and broke. So in here, there's a bunch of super tiny, about half the size of a black pepper kernel. Black. What do you call a whole black pepper? About the size of a whole black pepper thing. Or half the size, maybe smaller. They're super tiny. There's probably 30 in there. Yeah, but I'm saying about half the size or even quarter the size. Smaller, she says. If I can get her to sit down and talk to the camera, I'll go get it. But CCI makes them. These things are wonderful. They're loud as crap. I made that mistake when I first got it. I took it down into the holler and fired it off. No hearing protection or nothing, so I won't do that again. Yeah, this fell on the ground, and it broke, but they're kind of old, so I could see why that would happen. And they're designed to break apart. So
there were no more laying up there, so unless you have one in.
I'd have to look for it. It's been a while since I've had them loaded. Hope all is well. Your guard snake is making sure he knows he's doing his job. I think he's eating the eggs because we've collected 2 eggs last week, enough that we had to go buy eggs. Yeah, it has been really hot. Peppercorn. Yeah, Hannah said that, and Hannah said that, and I'm like, oh yeah, peppercorn. I was close with Colonel. Oh, Hannah says they're about like Orbeez on the inside, with the water on them. So that's probably a good comparison. I used to carry those in my 38. They're very cool, and we put in a bid today on a house, and we really hope we get it. More so than just, we need a house and we hope we get a house. But like, we were at peace with it. We looked at 3 houses today.
One was an automatic no.
One was an automatic no.
I think it would kill me.
Yeah. The other one, excuse me. So there's 2 that we were really trying to decide between. And finally, it came down to the one we said no to. We loved the kitchen. I loved that there was a garage. But it really was like, it was only in the running because of those flashy things.
Because it was pretty.
Yeah. And so, like, there was no backyard. Or there was a backyard, it was on a corner lot in a subdivision with no privacy fence. So that means couldn't take the chickens, couldn't have the pool, at least not for a little while. And I'm sure my parents would not be happy if we just left a bunch of chickens here.
No.
So, and then even once we did, we'd probably have to downsize them to 2 chickens. Mm-hmm. And Hannah made the statement of she feels like that would be moving backwards, and it really is, because the whole purpose of us buying as opposed to going out and renting is we're wanting to use this as an investment. So we went with a house that's in the same town we're in a nicer area than some of the other houses we've looked at. Mm-hmm. It's still in town, but it's quiet. We'll be able to have our chickens without much of an issue.
Backyard is big.
Backyard's big.
It's listed as a 2-bedroom, but it could easily be a 3.
Yeah, it has a bonus room. We'll just put a window unit in.
the living room is about the same size as our kitchen, dining room, and living room.
Yeah,
right
the
now.
rooms are really big.
Kitchen is small, but that's okay.
And it was like the people who owned it were meticulous with how well they kept it up. We'd say it has carpet throughout, everywhere with bathrooms. So that will be changing, but the carpet was put in. I threw out a number, and the realtor kind of agreed that it was probably the 80s when this carpet was put in, but it looks almost new. Like they just took really, really well care of it. And so we're thinking maybe he passed, and then either she passed or went to live with family, or maybe because all their furniture comes with the house, like a brand new couch, which is good because I'm tired of this one assaulting us every time we sit on it. Like the TV stays, everything. The ad said just bring your toothbrush and silverware because everything else is here. So we'll sell, if we get it, we'll sell most of that. And keep just the things that we want to keep. But like even has a Kirby vacuum. So if you know anything about Kirby's, you know the only people that are going to get a Kirby are people that are going to use it, because they're like a $600-700 vacuum cleaner, and so they took really well care of everything.
I don't vacuum.
I'll vacuum. I like vacuuming.
I hate vacuuming.
I would rather vacuum than sweep any day. I would rather vacuum than do just about any other household chore.
That will be yours if we get the house then, because I hate vacuuming.
Okay. I'm all right with that.
It's an expensive vacuum. Yeah.
Yeah, it is an expensive vacuum. I looked it up. I knew they were up there because I have a friend that I went to middle school with. That's what he does. He's a Kirby dealer, and I saw the vehicles he drove and everything, and he was just the dealer, and I'm like, oh, okay, dang. And they're doing like the door-to-door salesman stuff. It's wild. Like there's no way I would talk to a door-to-door salesman anymore, let alone drop that kind of money on a thing. But anyway, so I looked it up, and the one that they have, I could go to Home Depot, and it's like $638 for that.
I'm a sweeper myself.
Yeah, Hannah prefers that. I don't. I like carpet.
Are you all right?
Yeah.
I like carpet, especially living in Florida. Like it drives me crazy walking on tile and then getting into bed because it doesn't matter how much
You can get a piece out.
How much you sweep the floor, there's going to be sand, and so you have to dust your feet off before you get to bed. Carpet, you don't have that issue.
I'm gonna go show them how to use it.
Oh, okay. I enjoy walks in the park, comedies, and both sweeping and mopping. Yeah, so we'll be replacing that slowly, and we'll be stripping the wallpaper. There's wallpaper in every room, like old style. But we're really hoping we get it. It's got, aside from the screened-in porch, which will be used for a studio for Hannah and a playroom for Owen. If we ever have another baby, which we hope, it'll be very easily turned into a nursery. We'll just put dark tint on the windows because it's windows all the way around because it's a sunroom. So we'll just put dark tint. So one, nobody can see in, but two, it will keep it cooler. I like taking walks on the beach, writing poems, and poking dead things with a stick. That's yeah. I'm sure there's a snake out there you can find. There's no way. I don't know how it's still moving after I stepped on it. 370 and I heard it crunch. So I'm surprised it didn't turn around and try to bite me. She just walked out cautiously though. Yeah, we hope we get it. The roof is fairly new within the last year. So we'll see. We haven't heard from him. I think he's going to put a 1-day turnaround on it. But now that I'm thinking about it, I'm wondering if maybe the people didn't have any family. That was Hannah still has the sound turned on, the ring for her phone. I shut it off because it annoys the crap out of me. But I'm wondering if they didn't have any family, and when they both or the last one passed, the bank that took it over or whatever, the estate team was like, we're not gonna mess with selling all this stuff, so we'll just sell it with it. But it's so solid, and we think we should be able to see the 4th of July fireworks off the lake from our backyard if I just take down a row of there's a giant live oak in the back.
You can just sit on the other side of the tree.
But then there's the tree, like where I was standing. If you take off that bottom layer, you'd be able to sit in a chair and see straight through to see them go up. I would love a sunroom. I would grow all kinds of tropical plants in there.
Oh my gosh, sorry. I'll turn it off.
Yay. I wish we would have.
I'll just put the sound off.
Oh, darn. I was hoping you'd.
I keep it on because at night we don't have anything to look through the door.
Well, you still be able to use the camera.
That takes a minute. But that lets me know.
Nah, true.
Leave me alone. You control your electronics and I'll control mine.
Now I'm drained.
Owen would love a tree house. He's excited that there are trees in that yard.
Yeah, that's definitely a possibility. I was talking with the realtors and different things we could do. I wasn't even looking at that tree as a tree house.
You'd have to take off some branches.
Well, yeah, but that would be an easy one, the way it's set up. Mm-hmm. I mean, it wouldn't have walls and stuff, but it would definitely be a perch. But yeah, we were talking about a fence, and so I was talking to him, David the Good. If you don't follow him and you are anywhere like remotely interested in gardening and planting like trees, the food forest type thing, he's actually writing a book now on food forest. Check him out. But he had a video where he was building a privacy fence to stop a cow out of, it was called Gliricidia sepium or sepium, I don't know, some Latin word. And or it's also known as the mother of cacao. And you basically cut it off, stick it in the ground, it'll root itself, and you can train it. So he made like a lattice out of it and tied it together with twine. And he said over the year, they will rub together enough that they will actually, oh goodness, what's that word where you take? I hate when my brain does this.
Are you like talking like grafting together?
Grafting. I think it starts with an M. Not merge, but that's the idea. They're going to merge together and become one, to where it'll all go like that. And then you can plant vines, and it would take over and create a living fence. All you would need to do is keep it topped off at the height you wanted it, and in about 6 months you'll have
Mary. Charlie says Mary,
maybe David.
Good is awesome. He teaches how to grow all kinds of edibles, like edible hedges.
Yeah, he really is cool. I plan on getting all his books here soon.
Heritage One Homestead said, "Hey, House and Hannah. Been a while since I've commenting, and I'm pretty sure my channel name has changed since I said anything."
How are you doing? Welcome back. It's been a while since we've been legitimately active.
And then they said merge,
maybe. I can't remember. It's not clicking in my head, but
It's been a long day. Words are hard.
Yeah, it's been a long day. We had the stress of deciding which house to put an offer on, but then once we did that, we were pretty at peace with that decision.
Manipulate multiple.
I don't remember. I'll just have to go rewatch that video. There's also, if you're into cheesy humor, the video where it shows him planting. It's 13 minutes long, and it's the short version of a song about Publix, and the whole purpose is just to get a really dumb melody stuck in your head and let it assault you later on when you're least thinking about it. It'll just pop in your head and you'll just be like, ugh. But it's pretty good. He actually made a 20-minute version that he put on Amazon and people have bought. But yeah, so I was talking to the realtor about that. I was ashamedly unaware, or I don't know. Again, word formulation is hard for me right now. Yeah. But I came up with the word formulation.
Nobody said it had to make sense.
Yeah. I didn't give the credit to realtors that they deserved. Like, I thought it was simply just showing some houses, selling some houses, and then filling out the paperwork. One, everything they have to know is ridiculous. But, man, I don't know how he has any family time. Because he's calling me texting me all the time. And I'm just like, dang, man. Like,
he brings his kid with him sometimes.
Yeah, and that's cool. Because Owen has someone to play with. But I'm just like, man, you're doing all this stuff for me. And I feel bad. Like, he's come a couple times, and they live 20 minutes away, and he's driving probably 40 minutes total to some of these houses we're looking at. And I'm just like, man, we can batch these. I feel bad. Can I give you gas money or something? And he goes, no, this is what we do. This is what we signed up for when we became realtors. I'm like, man, credit to you. Because, I mean, he spent, 3 hours with us on a Sunday afternoon?
Something like that.
Yeah, they get so many more props than what I imagined.
Some don't spend time with family. That's sad.
Yeah, I guess that I could see where that would be true. I don't think that's his case. He's very active from everything I can see with his family. I've only known him for a little bit, but he's also a brother Mason, so he would not be holding up to his obligation if he didn't spend time with his family. Good luck. We've been looking forever. Oh, how long have you been looking? I hope you find something soon.
I don't like it.
I don't like it either. From having to look and then finding what you think would be perfect and having that kind of taken from your grasp because they listed it at a ridiculously low price, and you went that afternoon that it was listed, and they had already had multiple showings that day and multiple offers.
Then they picked somebody that night.
Yeah, picked somebody that night. After seeing what they make at the end of the sale, I no longer feel bad for them. Well, I mean, they do a crap ton of work. I mean, I'm not selling right now, so I'm just buying. So that's a benefit for me because I don't have to pay nothing. But I know when we go to sell, they'll take quite a bit. But at the same time, my parents plan on moving with us wherever we move. So, he will have my house to sell, their house to sell, and then eventually Hannah's house to sell. Personally,
Hannah's house.
Years.
Hannah lives with you.
Hannah's parents' house to sell. Personally, years on and off for a year this time. Are you like, is it a time press thing, or are you just kind of looking for that perfect one, and when it finally shows up, you're going to jump on it? We are, one, it's our first home. like legitimate home. We bought a mobile home years ago.
2009.
Sure, yeah, 2009.
Sure.
It's 2009. when we went off to college, but that didn't really count. That was a Craigslist find. We paid like what, $3,000, something like that. 5,
4.
4. Yeah, cash for it, and that was nothing. But this is our first legitimate home, and one that we don't have to run away in the middle of the night to Walmart when like tornado warning happens. So this is good. We're excited for it, but we are on a bit of a time crunch. So I mean, not a super strict one, but still, the sooner the better type of thing. So, and then the market around here is crazy. Like as soon as something is posted, it's gone. Very rarely does it stay on there for more than a week maximum.
I'm really hoping this one.
Yeah, I think because it doesn't need any structural or anything like that. It's pure cosmetic. But I think because people look at it and they're like, "Oh, this is a really old person lived here." I think that's in our favor. But I've already got some Christmas decorations planned for it. Where I'm going to put this, where I'm going to put this. But that's how my brain works.
Child.
For us, there's been one reason or another why it didn't happen. But this time, every time we've been outbid. Yeah. I wish there was some back and forth of
4 pieces of bread along with
well, you're gonna get fat like daddy, child.
You've got another growth spurt coming. I have a problem with that. He had to switch over to
kept losing. You had to switch over. Oh. Yeah, I wish that there was more of a back and forth. I don't do silent auctions for the sheer fact of, I mean, if I wanted to buy a tractor and it was, this antique tractor silent auction thing, whatever, I would write down my bid, but I have no idea what I'm basing it off of. Maybe somebody came in and they're like, I'm going to offer $1,000 more than what I did. And I'd be totally fine paying an extra $2. I don't get that opportunity to do that. Yeah. So
I think the only way you would is if 2 people offered the same exact thing.
Maybe.
And they came back to both of you.
So I'm not a fan of that. I wish that there was a little bit of back and forth. But there's not. So what can you do? I put out a video last year around October talking about our house hunting. I'll have to go check that out. Your name has changed. What did it change from?
Because I know how to handle it.
Heritage Heart Homestead is the new one. I don't know what it changed from though. Are we breaking up?
I don't know. Internet was weird yesterday.
Yeah. Charlie said he was losing us. Maybe we were losing him. Are we super glitchy for y'all?
Sorry.
You're fine.
No, that was loud.
Oh, was it?
It was to me.
But yeah, I don't know if we're super glitchy for y'all or not.
Okay. You guys are more pixely than normal. All the phone, everything, the computer's off. I'm not on Wi-Fi. Oh, and bring me your phone. Make sure
We've
that.
been looking off and on for about 12 years. I know what house prices were here. Now they're up 4 times what they're worth. Yeah, I could see that. Maybe not 4 times, but I could see that here. We have a lot of. We have a lot. Oh, okay. Okay. I know you now. we have a lot of
New
Yorkers moving down because they're kind of tired of the way it is up in New York
and California.
And they're selling houses that were, $1 million up there, and they're coming down here, and that's for like a 1 or 2 bedroom, and they're coming down here, and they're like, I can get a 4-bedroom for $250. Like, that's insane. So they're buying them up like insane, like crazy, and so then bidding wars happen. You guys are more pixely than normal. Well, hopefully we get this house because I've already checked, and Comcast.
Thank you, Charlie.
Will go in there. If you were a superhero, you'd be super glitchy. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. Yeah, Comcast is already available, and that's what we're switching to. Because I get anywhere between 7 to 10 megs on the upload and like 0.2 on the download, or 7 to 10 megs on the download and 0.2 on the upload. The average is 2.5 times, but I have seen them ridiculously overpriced, and y'all are fine on my end. Yeah, there was, especially the town we were originally looking for was where we teach, the town where we teach. We're about 20 minutes away from there.
But the price difference between there and here is
ridiculous. Like we saw today, and I was showing the realtor, and that he's in that area. I said, look at this one. I said, this is a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, 800 square foot, on a 5,000 square foot lot.
I thought it was 8
or 8,000 square foot lot, and they were asking $176,000 for it. Like, y'all are insane. Sorry, throat is parched.
Your throat is parched.
So, Owen has 1 week of soccer left.
What month? It's May. So 1, 2, and 3 weeks of Awana left, and then we have
3 weeks of Awana left
cut out of our schedule.
Yeah,
Which sounds amazing.
So, I know I have multiple videos I have to make. Kind of like 2 of them. Well, 1 of them I have to make. I wouldn't say contractually obligated because I didn't sign anything, but I did say I would make a video with the product. So I have to do that. Honestly, believe it's going to crash. I do too. My realtor didn't like it when I said that, which I get, but as soon I want to get this house bought before the eviction things go away, because I think as soon as the eviction moratoriums go away, you're going to see, like, it's going to make the housing crash of 2008 seem like peanuts, because it's not just people who bought a house that couldn't really afford it because they were given.
Bye, Charlie.
Take it easy, buddy.
This is they're headed to a Trans World Christmas convention.
Ooh, yeah.
Have fun.
I'm jealous. Y'all have fun. Yeah, that's going to be a cool convention. If you're into Christmas at all, check out Christmas on Crestline. But definitely keep watching what's going on with Trans World. They do some pretty cool things, both for animators like Charlie and non-animators like myself, even though I'm a baby in the Christmas decorating game. Where was I? I was talking.
Housing market crash in 2008.
Yeah. This is the people who had the finances to buy a house and rent it out, but they were not able to pay it because of all the shutdowns. The people that they were renting to couldn't pay it because of the shutdowns. And so it's the wrong kind of trickle down economics. Maybe this is more trickle up. I don't know. I'm not an economist, so I don't know what you would call it, but it's going to be scary. So I want to get this deal done before that happens. So I'm locked in.
Well, it's overpriced, really. My real estate guy didn't like me telling him. They should be ashamed to tell a seller their crappy places are worth more. What's a home with no work is worth the same.
To sell
When a home is
to
worth.
tell sellers that worth what a home. I know. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. The whole system kind of irritates me. Even as simple, like, I don't know. Maybe it's just the way I was raised, where a handshake should be good enough, or my ADD, where I don't like needlessly extended or like stupidly formal things. You know, I hate Robert's Rules of Order. That's the 100% reason why I do not become an ag teacher, because I am not going to learn that stupid thing. If you have something to say, say it. Don't yield my 2 minutes so so and so can. No, it's fine. I don't like that type of stuff. Like, don't have a big staff meeting if it can be taken care of in a 5-minute email. That kind of thing. And a lot of with buying a house is that way, where it's like, you see my credit, you see everything about it, you see what I make. Do you approve me? Do you not? If you do, fine. But don't take a month to get the pre-approval letter out because you're backed up due to COVID. Everybody's working at home, so if anything, it should be faster. And then give us a letter to go find a house, and then do another big deep dive that could extend everything out. And the surveyors are 4 weeks out from being able to do all of that right now in my area. So my realtor was saying that there's been a couple times where, it's getting to the end of the contract and the bank comes back and it's like, okay, go ahead. We're going to approve it. You can schedule your survey. Well, the survey, their title companies are 4 weeks out. So, I mean, maybe we could go private and pay for it ourselves out of our pocket. I don't know. But, I don't know. But I don't, it's like, if you approve me, fine. I'm going to make this deal. They like it. They want to take the money. I want to take the house. You guys trade the money. There you go. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just too country or simple. I know I'm simple. But what are you laughing? Are you laughing because I'm just going on rants, or are you laughing because you agree?
Yes. Both.
Wow.
Don't use that eye.
I don't even know where I put my eye patch. It's starting to hurt.
I don't know.
It's over there? Yeah.
Finger.
I hate this stupid thing, but it's needed. Yeah. It's needed. Ouch. Yes, just because the nice house down the street sold for an X amount, that doesn't make every house in the area worth the same, should not be priced exactly. He kept telling me no matter what we looked at. Well, let me see what the area is selling at nope. He apparently fired us. We haven't heard from him since the first week of November, end of October. That is insane. What's up, Wide Family Farm? How you doing today? What? Where are you at? Where are you located? That to me just sounds like
super shady.
Yeah, a realtor that doesn't really care about you finding the thing. He cares more about getting the most out of the house for them to get a cut. Houses around here selling for crazy amounts of money. I believe it. Charlie was telling me from Christmas on Crestline, or multicasters, he was in here for both channels. There in Wichita, it's insane as well. That even if they wanted to look for a house right now, it's not worth it unless you're moving in from somewhere else like California, where you have a crap ton of money to put down and stuff. Cleveland County, North Carolina. He was from Charlotte and had no clue about our area. Yeah, you're gonna find that too. Over by, Cleveland. That's in North Carolina.
I don't know where that is.
Near Murphy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I know where Murphy is.
Right? Am I right? Or am I thinking Cleveland, Tennessee? I don't know.
Murphy is right near the Georgia.
Yeah,
line.
Murphy's in western North Carolina. But
It was 45 miles from Charlotte.
oh,
I
okay.
was gonna say because Murphy is a little bit of.
Yeah, that's a little further west. Yeah, we looked at North Carolina
I love North Carolina.
when we eventually are going to move states,
So expensive.
but we've learned to not go back places. And I mean, we love North Carolina. We love the people. We love the church we went to. Like everything about North Carolina, other than, of course, the
Highway 52.
Yeah. Well, it's something else now. It's no
It
longer.
doesn't
52.
matter.
They
It'll
changed
always
it.
be a Highway 52. What is it going to be? Old 52? Now old 52?
No, I think 74. I think they changed it to. I don't know. Last time I drove it was when I went up. Well, almost a year ago, and I've slept since then. Murphy is north of us. Okay. But yeah, we love North Carolina other than the taxes.
Yeah.
And we just decided, going back is probably not the best deal considering we've gone back before multiple times and we got bit every stinking time.
They're near north and south border.
Oh, okay. Oh, near
no, not Columbia.
Rock Hill. Right? Rock Hill?
I don't know anymore.
I slept. But yeah, right. I know the general vicinity, even if I can't remember names right off my head. My dad worked. He could see Carowinds.
Carowinds is right on the border.
Yeah, he could see Carowinds from his apartment. He worked for a factory down there. I think Rock Hill. I don't know.
The company?
No,
I was
the
about
town.
to say.
No, it was Scheffler.
Yeah.
That he was working for, but yeah. So that's where we are. Trying to breathe. Rock Hills.
35 to 40 minutes.
Okay.
Miles from them.
So
Kings Mountain State Park. I don't know what that is.
I don't either.
That's what I don't know. They live in a part of North Carolina we can't find.
Well, then we need to go check it out. Of course, we've never been to the Outer Banks.
No.
Even though we lived there for 4 years.
We had no money.
We never really went east a whole lot. We went to Greensboro a handful of times. Went to Raleigh twice.
We went to Boone once.
We pretty much stayed right in the middle.
Yeah.
And just looked around in that area. We lived up in King, just north of Winston, which we loved.
Mm-hmm.
It was far enough away from everything to where it felt like we were living rural, but close enough that on a date night, it was nothing to just, drive the 20 minutes into Winston, and then everything was at our disposal. Me either. I want to go to the Outer Banks. I've heard it's really cool. Especially when you get on one of the islands, I don't remember which one, that have all the wild horses. I've heard that's really neat.
Susan went there.
Yeah.
She said it
Is that
was really
Orca Coke?
I don't know. She showed me pictures.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago.
One of the islands. But yeah, I've heard it's cool. I'm not an ocean guy. Like, I live in Florida. I got the ocean 2 hours on one side, the Gulf 2 hours on the other.
We went.
And I never go. I'm not.
We went twice last year, which was very odd.
Yeah.
Because we don't usually ever go.
I don't like the
I
ocean.
think the last time we went before that was when we went to Comic-Con down in Miami.
Yeah. I'm not going to go
took
back to
him.
the ocean side until he's big enough. He doesn't need me to help him
He has to have a life jacket.
because that scared the crap out of me.
Oh, I know. We've heard of Gastonia.
Water and I can't stand up in that water.
No.
The
Especially
salt
that
had
one.
nothing to do with it, bud. The salt was that there was like 6 foot high waves.
But it was super deep. I can't even stand up.
Right,
Yeah.
I said you have to wear a life jacket if you ever go again.
I like being in this area. Gastonia is close to us, but we usually do everything in Shelby. It's so cool. One thing we loved about North Carolina is how much free things there were to do.
Yeah. Florida, there's nothing.
No, because it's such a tourist trap here.
Everything costs something.
Yeah, even like kind of run down
Costs
attractions. It's ridiculous. So like we were coming back from my friend's house, and I missed the turn onto I-4, and I didn't realize it because I had one of those zone out moments where I was driving and then I'm just like, oh wait, how'd I get here? And so we turned off and going through Christmas. Well, that's awesome. I was stoked about that.
There's nothing there.
There's nothing there. They have some candy canes outside the post office.
That's
And that's it. But there was a gator thing there, and it was like what, $40 a person?
No, it wasn't that expensive. It was still like 20 something, but it was still more than.
We were gonna have to spend like $58 or something for all three of us. Maybe, I don't know, but this place looks like something that Joe Exotic would run, and I'm not gonna pay to go to something like that.
So sorry, they said lots of parks here. Crowder's one. That's what I like about Hardy County is there's a lot of parks that you can go to here.
Yeah. Well,
Hammett.
she's up in the part where there's all the springs nearby, like a lot of really cool things to do.
Carolyn says up in her area there in North Florida, there's a lot of free things to do. Yeah, there's not a lot down here at all. Like there's nothing.
No, well, we're right in between Orlando and Miami, so
there's nothing. Yeah.
And then on either side of us, you got
Sarasota. And
yeah. So I mean, it's nothing. It's all tourist traps, everything, because we're 27, so we have that main thoroughfare through the middle of the state. So people that they'll land in Orlando and they're like, hey, let's go to Miami for the day, and they don't want to take 95 because who wants to ever take 95? So they'll hop on 27 and just coast down that way, and then just take 70 over. Or for whatever reason they'll end up on 27. So people cash in on that, and I don't blame them. But man, for us locals, I'm in the expensive part, and the thing is where I'm at. It's those expensive prices, but it is not. It doesn't balance out. Like if I go to the Fort Myers, I'm gonna get a certain pay to where it would balance out to pay those prices. Here, it's not that way. Here, it's unless you're a professional, you're not getting anything. But the prices are ridiculous. You can't find a house, 2-bedroom house to rent around here is going to cost you $1,200 to $1,400 a month. And most of the people around here, if they're getting $10, they're really doing something. So unless you're a professional, or work for the government like we do as teachers, you're not getting paid much, but man, you're paying for it.
I don't know who that one is.
All homesteaders are going to end up in Texas. Yeah, we're looking at Texas. We hadn't planned on purchasing a house down here. It's just kind of working out that way, which that's okay. Hannah's got a few years left on her temporary license that she has to take care of. I'm building up my resume. So, I mean, it's not ideal, but if it takes us a little bit longer to get up to our, I don't want to say forever home because I think that sounds stupid, but
It's the only term I can think of.
that's the only term I can think of. Yeah, that's okay. So originally we were going to go to Ohio. That's no longer in the cards.
Well, unless they change.
Unless they change. If they change, we'll gladly add them back. But I've been looking at Texas, Panhandle of Texas, because it's got to be cold enough for the reindeer. Nope, no Texas for me. Yeah, this is more, even though it's Texas, it's really Oklahoma style living and everything. I mean, maybe we could add in Oklahoma. Hannah's pretty firm against Tornado Alley. But I grew up in Indiana. That doesn't bother me much.
I don't know who that is.
Home, your home. There you go. I like that better. Home, not forever home. Home. I like that. What happened to your eye? I was teaching Owen how to box, and he got in a lucky shot, and he broke my orbital socket. No. I don't know. I'm old and in the middle of my sleep. Either something got in there or I scratched it or something like that. I don't know. Hopefully it gets better the next couple days. I only put it on when it starts to hurt, much probably to the irritation of my doctor, who told me to wear it constantly. I can't. I would lose my mind if I had to have this on. But as my eyes move, if it hurts, then I go ahead and take it off. Oh, my stars. I'm so sorry. Ouch. I told my guy today. I told him, he goes, "No, what happened to your eye? Are you practicing for a kid's birthday party or something?" I said, "No, I was teaching Owen how to play darts and he missed the board." He's like, "Really?" And I was like, "No." I told the teacher that, and she seemed very concerned. I think she seemed more concerned after I told her I was messing with her than when she actually thought that Owen threw a dart at my face. But yeah, so we're this house we found. There's enough room that we could have the pool. There's enough room that we can have the chickens, a pretty decent garden, and to start a food forest. There's spots where Hannah can plant some fruit bushes, which I know she wants really bad. She wants raspberries? And anything else?
Strawberries are bushes.
Beauty berries. We need beauty berries.
Owen wants banana tree.
Yeah. Have any of y'all ever grown a banana tree? Because I asked somebody on the TikTok who had was showing how to grow big and really sweet bananas, and he said once they produce, they're done.
Also, don't get those ones though. Okay.
So
that's what I was wondering, but
you need to wear it as much as you can. You don't want to have eye problems later. Yeah, I'm gonna call the doctor tomorrow and see if I can get in. I've been using I collect eye wash cups.
You can't leave early tomorrow.
Why?
Because you are extended time testing. So you still have kids in your room.
Oh crap! No, that's Wednesday.
Oh, that is Wednesday. Tomorrow's Monday. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It affects me tomorrow because I lose 5 kids for my class.
Oh. Anyway, so I collect eye wash cups. And so I've been rinsing with that. And I find sand, I guess. So I think I just need to get in somewhere where they can irrigate it properly and get all that out. Not true. Check Living Miracle Homestead.
Okay.
She has bananas. All right, I'll check that out. Maybe it's his.
Maybe it's just that kind.
Not breed, his variety.
Maybe.
She's also in Central Florida. Yeah. She's a little further north of me, if I remember correctly. But yeah, I'd like to grow a few of those. The neighbor has mangoes. My realtor was pretty excited about. He says he goes to Pine Island every year when they come in. Apparently, they're the largest producer of mangoes in the country. Um,
So she's
so
also Central Florida.
yeah,
Did you read that one?
yeah, it's on the screen.
Oh, okay. Well, it came up here later.
I like. It's weird. Sometimes it'll go up there sooner, and sometimes it'll go up here. Bananas. Once the gives you a banana pup, you should pop up, and you need to take the current banana down. Okay. I figured if we're gonna get all of David's books. Actually, maybe in that one you sent us, Miss Carolyn. I'll have to check that out. Huh?
I have packed it.
Oh. Okay. Well, it's in a box over there.
Uh-oh.
What? Oh, stupid email. That's the one thing I don't like about Macs is you can't stop that email from popping up.
There it goes.
Normally I just shut it off. Yeah, so once we move, I will unpack it and I'll see if it's in that book you sent me, Miss Carolyn. What? Just shut it off down here.
I don't know how to do that. I've never done it before.
Force quit.
Okay.
So, yes, I think it is. Okay, it's in there. I want to get all the books of his. That guy's just he's a freak of nature with the kind of knowledge he has, and not just there we go. All right, that should do it. And not just like he knows a lot about a lot, like he knows the scientific names and can tell you. Maybe it's just because he tries so many different versions. Like he goes to grow cassava and he may try growing it 4 different ways. Like he has no fear of something failing or not even that. Like I'm very, even though time doesn't really exist, like I struggle with time. You know, you tell me you need to be ready in 5 minutes. Oh, okay, no problem. And I think it's been 5 minutes, but I'm getting yelled at that it's been an hour and I still haven't done that thing in 5 minutes. Like time's not something that really registers with me. But at the same time, like intellectually, I know I only have a finite amount of time, whether that's more existential where I only have a finite amount of time to live. I want to try to cram all this stuff in. Or it's like the growing season's only so long. I only have a finite amount of time for that.
Where's David the Good located?
Now he's in Mississippi or Missouri, okay. Mississippi, Alabama, one of those states.
Karen says she likes that his books are to the point and not huge. I know, because some of those gardening books can be overwhelming just in size.
But yeah, he'll just be like, try it. If it doesn't work, mulch it up and throw it down and compost it. I'm kind of like, but you've wasted all that time. Like, wouldn't you rather, like, know if it's going to work? But he'll throw caution to the wind and plant an entire garden worth of something as a test to see if it works or not. And if it doesn't, oh, well, that's just good compost later. So I wish I had that.
Drive?
Yeah.
Ambition?
We'll go with that. I was trying to keep it PG. Kathy has mangoes, bananas, papaya, and other tropical fruit. Very cool. She never cuts her bananas trees, and she's got 7 racks growing now. Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I know Owen would love jackfruit, but I'm like,
he wants
buddy.
to try it so bad.
Yeah. I have a friend that he started making, he's vegan, and he started making vegan meals out of his kitchen about a year ago.
I think it's been a little bit longer.
Maybe a little longer. And just now realizing his dream of starting his own vegan restaurant in the heart of Redneckville, USA. he did well enough that he's actually able to open his own restaurant now, which is awesome. Yeah, to the point, not huge. I totally get it. His videos are that way. Yeah, his lives can be long, but man, he throws out so much information in those lives. It's crazy. He tries all the different ways to growing in different environments. Well, that's definitely true because he was down in the tropics for a while.
So he's in Alabama.
Alabama, okay. Yeah, I couldn't remember which states. It was one of those states. I mean, really, Alabama, Arkansas, Missouri, they're kind of all the same anyway, aren't they? I just pissed off a lot of people.
You probably did.
That's okay. I am Florida man. Come at me. I'm gonna. Well, no, I don't think that would work either. We need to get a camera to sit right here.
Why?
So it's not always doing this. I mean, it's fine when it's over here, but when I have to click on that, if I could move this over here, it'd be totally fine.
You could flip your phone.
I know, but then I'm going to be coming across the.
True.
I don't know. I do like this better than. We're testing
because it doesn't go away on you. Because you always start reading it on there and then it disappears.
Yeah, and I like being able to put the comments up on the screen.
Yeah.
I wish it didn't flip it like it does. I got used to YouTube didn't do that, but this one flips it. Anyway, sweetie, we've been going for an hour and 6 minutes, and we still have to get the boy ready for school, and we have to eat.
Dinner's ready.
Dinner's ready. So, thank you all for coming in. It's been really fun. Thank you for not making fun of me with how I reacted to the snake. I may have to do a story time on the TikTok just for the students because I think they'll get a kick out of that. Maybe that snake was here for our eggs and I scared it away. It'll never come back.
Well, I went out in there and checked on the girls and they're all fine so far. So.
Oh, is that why you went out?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
He would die if anything happened to Love or Sweet Pea. And Fish. I don't know which one Santa Claus is, so.
Yeah. So, all right. Y'all have a good evening. Have a great week. And see you back next Sunday.
Bye.
Bye.